Hey, hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? Hold on, let me get my countdown. Ecamm fan, what's good, y'all? Hold on, I don't think I have my mic set up correctly, y'all. Is We're gonna have to roll with it. We're gonna have to roll with it. I literally just set everything up, but hopefully this sounds decent enough. Let me know to try to just plug everything in. But it's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back. Welcome to another season of Marshall Creates with Ecamm. I'm so excited, y'all. I'm just excited to be back. Okay, I'm just excited to be back. I'm excited to have a dedicated workspace again. So you just give me 1 second, you guys. I think I have a cord here that I can use to plug in my mic. So I'll do that as we go along here. But welcome to another season. So I just wanted to kind of fill you guys in. This will be a bit of a shorter episode because this is the introduction for this new season. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of give you guys an update and then talk about what we will be covering during this season. Okay, so I just wanted to say hello to you guys. We got Todd. Shout out to Mr. Moderator, the Paul Duncan. It's good to see everyone. Simply Obs. Good to see you. EJ, it's good to see you, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Somebody who's in my high value designer program. So hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, so I'm just plugging this in. I think I was missing a cord. Just give me a second. Oh, knocked my camera. So I had a bit of a mini heart attack a little while ago because the power went out. The power went out here. It's I don't have any power. So how do I sound now? Do I sound better? Is my microphone working properly? Hopefully it is. But yeah, we lost power, y'all, a little bit ago. So just to give you guys a bit of an update. So if you haven't seen the preview or the trailer, I moved, you guys. I was in Maryland, but now we are in Florida. We still have the house in Maryland, but we are in Florida now. The plan was to come down here at least through the winter. And so we kind of bounced around from vacation home to Airbnb for a few months. And we said, you know what, let's go ahead and get a place. So we moved in on the 7th, officially transitioned in, I guess, fully on the 10th. So we've been in here a couple weeks now. So I'm just getting this space together. And that's something that we're going to be covering this season as well, is, to show you behind the scenes as I get this space together. So Florida in the house. Al Pete, what is good? Welcome. Nick, thank you, my brother. Yes. So I'm in Florida. You guys don't know how excited I am to be out of the basement. So if you're familiar with me, if you're not, let me introduce myself. So I am Marshall Fox. I'm a graphic designer by trade, recently turned graphic design coach, do a bit of content creation, which I'm going to be doing a lot more of here in Florida. And I linked up with Ecamm, started using Ecamm at the beginning of 2020, around the beginning of the pandemic, and it's completely changed my business and how I show up to my clients, essentially, and online. I show up like a professional. I show up like a subject matter expert. I don't want to say it's smoke and mirrors, but when I pop on to a Zoom meeting like this, clients, they take me serious. All right. So Ecamm has been a tremendous blessing to my family, to my life, to my business, because I'm able to show up like a professional and command attention and get the job done. It's also helped me with my course. I create my courses and my YouTube videos all using Ecamm. Okay, so I'll get more into that in my 3-year Ecamm anniversary video. Just a shameless plug. Be on the lookout for that, because I recently celebrated 3 years. So Ecamm hit me up. It's like, hey, let's do some videos. So did some videos for Ecamm in 2020. Did some more videos in 2021, and then last year we linked up to do Marshall Create. So I love coming on here weekly and discussing Ecamm, not just from a functionality perspective, but from a design perspective and like behind the scenes, a bit of the nuts and bolts as it relates to the design, like the overlays, because that's what I do. That's what I love to do. So last season we covered some Ecamm tutorials, but also did some stuff like, showing how to use your iPad with Ecamm. And also, like, we created some overlays and some podcast logos and covers. So that was a lot of fun. I love doing that type of stuff. So we will do that this year. So I just want to say hey to some more of you guys. Claude, what is good, my brother? It's so good to see the family in the building. We got almost 30 viewers, y'all. That's crazy. Pink Cash Budgeting. Welcome, Halston. My God. Monty, what is good, man? Look, I got a huge smile on my face just to see so many familiar faces. Sharnice, shout out to the Good to Go family. It's so great to see you guys. I'm pumped up. I'm pumped up. Like I said, I'm excited to be out of the basement, because if you guys have seen my previous videos, it was in my home office in Maryland, which was cool. It was exciting. It was fun to kind of build that space out, but it's literally in the basement under the sunroom in the house that we have there. In the dark. So as cool as it was on camera, it got a little depressing down there. I'm not going to lie. So if you saw my office tour video on my channel, I said at the end of the video, as fun as it was to get that space together, I spent most of the time working on the couch upstairs in my do-rag at the time, when I had the waves. As you can see, I got a bit of a different look going on in Florida. I know the waves, it wouldn't survive down here in this humidity. So I had to let them go for now, y'all. I had to let them go. But I feel like that was the pinnacle. And once I got that space together, y'all, I realized, okay, the journey was fun to get that space together, to do what I wanted to do with it, have all the RGB, the lights and the home pods and all of that. But I was like, all right, now what? I mean, all the cool stuff you guys saw in the background, like I mentioned before, it was for the viewer to create an experience, but not necessarily for me, So I want to do something a bit different in this space here in Florida. I'm upstairs. I'm on the second floor. I got the windows open. I can see the sky, the clouds. I'm just so pumped up. So I want to do something a bit different here in this space. As you can see, I have the wood panels up, and I'll get into like the nuts and bolts and the specifics of the office as we go on through the season. But I want to keep it simple, you guys. I want to keep it really simple, fresh. light. We got natural sunlight in here, y'all. I'm new to this. This is all new to me. I'm so excited. So I want to keep it simple, and I also want to give you guys behind the scenes as well. Okay. What is good? What is good? Yes, Florida Marshall. This is a different Marshall. Out of the basement. It's 86 degrees here, y'all. In March 2nd, 86 degrees. So I'm excited about that. So hopefully I'm giving you guys up north some of this energy, some of this heat, because I know it could be cold and dark up there, y'all. I know it all too well living in Maryland. So yeah, I just wanted to thank you guys for joining in. Daniel, it's good to see you, man. Welcome. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Yes. So yeah, I gave you guys a bit of introduction, a little bit about me. Yeah, like I said, I had a bit of a mini heart attack because we had a power outage about an hour ago. So I was like, shoot, do I run down to Alicia's house? What is he doing? He's probably using the office because I live about maybe 20, 25 minutes away from Alicia Way. Shout out to Alicia Way, a fellow member of the Ecamm fam. I was like, I gotta let Katie know the power just went out. Check my hotspot speed on my phone. I was like, I could stream off of my phone, but I have 74% battery on my laptop and 74% on my phone. Is it gonna last the whole time? I was running through all these scenarios, right? And then the power came back on. So we're good. We're good. The power came back on within about 5 to 10 minutes, but I didn't know how long it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I'm a new resident down here. I don't know what was going on. So also, if you don't know, I coined the term Ecamm fam. Okay, so welcome to the Ecamm fam. If you already are in the fam, and welcome in advance if you aren't in the fam. You need to join. You need to go ahead and join the Ecamm fam. There's no other community out there like the Ecamm fam. I guarantee it. When it comes to software, it sounds weird to say that, right? As if you're in the Ecamm fam, you get where I'm coming from. It's not just software, y'all. It's an experience, and it is a family first and foremost. You join the Facebook group, you see all the dope people that we have in the group, and just the support. Even when we have a bad apple here and there, in the group, it's exciting to see how we come together and rally around, and we're just there as a resource for people who are having issues and want to know how to do certain things as well. So it's no other community like the Ecamm fam, y'all. So I'm just happy to be a part of it. All right. So what is the point of this show? I talked a little bit about it. It's to show different features and functionality of Ecamm, but do it with a fresh perspective, just to show you, some little quirks and little things that you can do to up level your live streams, your course recordings, your video podcasts, really anything like that. And just to take it up a notch. My main business is called 120 Design Studio. So, and that term is coined, shout out to Dr. Eric Thomas, but going 120, going above 100%, right? Giving 120%. So this show could be called the 120 show. So how to add some extra sizzle, some extra sauce, some boom to your recordings too when you use Ecamm, just to take it to another level. Because where we are right now is, we're 3 years, if we count 2020 as like the beginning of the boom of when a lot of people came online and got familiar with live streaming, a lot more people are online, a lot more people are live streaming now. So we may not have an edge like we did early on where we were using Ecamm. It's like, oh, what are you guys using? This is amazing. So a lot more people are using software, whether it's Ecamm or other software. But now we have to take it up a notch. Okay, it's time to add some polish. And the beauty of Ecamm is that it doesn't take a lot to do that, y'all. It doesn't take a lot, especially with the new 4.0 release. They make it easier than ever to show up, to run your show, whether you have help or not, to switch your cameras, your scenes, to set up multiple cameras and add your LUTs and get your lighting together. So we have that edge in that regard, okay? So let me just check in again. Doc Rock, what is good? My big brother from another mother. Yes, Richard. Yep. Ecamm experience. Tony, it's great to see you guys. Look, we got 31 viewers on here. That is awesome. So yeah, just from a personal standpoint, because y'all know we're a family, just to give you guys just a little background. I guess what I've been up to in the past few months. So we came down here in October to Florida, with the plan of being here at least through the winter. We didn't have a real plan, to be honest with you guys. We just knew we wanted to be down here. And kudos to my wife, because she has the vision. She is really the secret sauce behind me. I just show up, right? I just show up and do the work. But she said, "Look, I don't know what we're gonna make it happen." So I kind of feed off of her energy. We were down here. We've been down here ever since. Even though I flew back home to film some stuff. Um, and I did some other things, but we've been down here kind of bouncing around. But now we have a place in just south of Orlando, that we're really excited about. So I'll be getting this together. But we're living it. We're living the Florida life, y'all. We got our passes to Universal Studios. So I'm assuming the identity of a Floridian right now. All right. So I'm just excited to have a dedicated workspace again. I'm feeling like myself, and we're gonna have a lot of fun this season. Okay, so what will we be doing this season? We're gonna be talking about a lot of different topics, and at the end of this list, I'm gonna open it up for you guys to share what you will want me to cover this season as well. So just start thinking about that if you can. Shanita, what is good? It's good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Uh, Doc, remember when you grow hair like that? Oh wow, that's dope. That's dope. I don't know how long ago that was, but you gotta find a throwback photo for us, brother. You gotta find a throwback photo and drop it in the group. Yeah, so just to cover what we will be covering this season, um, I'm gonna talk about how to create while on the move, because I was on the move, but I was still creating. Right, you may have seen some videos that I did for Ecamm, specifically as it relates to the 4.0 release. I was in Airbnb. The first vacation home we were at, uh, I was in a closet. Literally, it was like a gaming room, but it was very narrow. It was literally like a closet that they had converted into like a little gaming room with a monitor, well, a TV and a game chair. But I moved that sucker out of there and I set up my panels, which you see behind me, um, to try to have some consistency. So I'll be covering how to create while on the move. Not to say you have to have like the panels like this, but I got really familiar with how to run on a more lean setup as opposed to everything that I had at my home office in Maryland. Okay. Um, so how to adapt to the ever changing world of streaming, of AI, and all the changes that we see day to day. Okay. So how to adapt and still be at the forefront. Okay. We're going to talk about video podcasts. I recently started my own podcast, the High Value Designer Podcast, which I'm excited about picking back up on now that I'm back in a dedicated space. I'm going to be showing you guys behind the scenes of the office setup as I get it together. As you can see, I don't really have much of a bookshelf, my panels, and this plant, which I just got from Lowe's, probably an hour or so ago. And I may move it. I'll probably have to get a fake plant, but I wanted a real plant, y'all, just to get some oxygen. I've never had a real plant in my house as an adult, so I was excited about. I was like, we got sunlight down here. Let me get a real plant. But I plan on at least putting it by the window most of the time, or maybe even downstairs and swapping it out. But behind the scenes of the office setup, as I get this office together, also like mistakes and lessons learned as well, and how to save money. As you know, I went all out on the last office, but this time, like I said, I want to keep it a lot more simple. I don't want to spend all the money I spent on that last office. Like I said, once I did it, I was like, okay, the journey was fun, but now what? Like, what do I do now? Like, it didn't make me any happier, any more fulfilled, any more creative, to be honest. I mean, I know people do that. They talk about how, your space should make you feel creative. I agree, but what I did down there, it really didn't. I think the fact that it was in the basement with no sunlight, it didn't really work for me in that way. Not to say I didn't work down there. I did, especially when I did content creation and this show and some other videos. But I know what I value now as opposed to what I thought I valued before, and it's not doing all of that. What I did is not. And even I will be back there and I will record there in that space. But as far as a day to day, I'll take sunlight in a window in a laptop all day, every day over what I did. All right. So how to save money, how to create, build your space. I don't want to say on a budget because I don't use that type of terminology, in life and in my business. But in a way that's not as expensive. All right. And not as expensive. And also we're going to be covering like my content creation workflow, as I do videos for Ecamm and my own channel and other clients. So what that looks like, and also give you some productivity hacks, because you may or may not know, that I'm a husband, I'm a father. Like, I have 4 kids, I have a busy life. My wife's home, my kids are home, they're homeschooled. So it's a lot going on, right? It's a lot going on. I'm on a day-to-day basis. My camera's giving me the overheating symbol. Speaking of lessons learned, Canon R6, I do not. Oh, I'm out of focus. Hold on. Canon R6, I do not recommend it. I left the Sony fam to come back to Canon because I had the M50, as you guys know. Then I went to the A7C, um, and I went back to Canon because I figured the menu system is easier. But Canon R6, I don't recommend. It's cool, it looks good, but overheats. So the overheating symbol just just popped up because I had the screen flipped out, so I have to close the screen. Hopefully that helps with the overheating. Um, Fulgens, great to see you. Great to see you, my brother. Therapeutic. Yeah, man. So this is the beginning. I'll be getting this space together. I'm gonna keep it real simple. Y'all, I'm gonna get a plan, whether it's this one or another one in the corner. I think this one's a bit too big. Literally, this is like touching my shoulder right here. Right. I'm like, get a little light over there and then start adding stuff to the bookshelf as well, and just keep it like that. And just work with the lighting. Right now I have the window open, so ideally I would like to control my light in here, at least while I'm streaming, because the light will change if you have natural sunlight. It could be cloudy, and then if you're recording video, that's not ideal, because you may have one section of video where the lighting is one way, and then another section where the lighting is another way. So as you cut the video together, the lighting will change, and that's not ideal. Um, so yeah, as they said, all questions are welcome. I know you may have some questions. If you add the Q and the colon, learn and adjust. Yes, absolutely. Don't major in the minor. That is so true, and it's crazy because I've been largely offline, not offline, but not really active on social the past few months as we've been kind of moving around, um, and kind of unplugging from the matrix a bit. Now that I'm back, I'm a bit more protective of my time. And like Doc said, I'm trying not to major in the minor. Before, I would say yes to everything, every podcast, every meeting request. People want to pick my brain. Yeah, let's hop on the calendar. People have design requests. It's primarily in my business. I work, just with a few private clients. But even if I didn't have the capacity, I would still say yes to certain projects and things like that. But now I'm a lot more protective of that. And I feel like it has helped a lot in terms of my own mental health and just balance in general. Like I said, I have a wife and 4 kids. We're all home. So we have to find that balance. It's a never ending pursuit, but there are certain things that we can do to help with that. And I'll be covering those during this season. If you're in my high value designers group, I know some of my members are on here right now. Shout out to y'all. Some of my productivity hacks that I use. A lot of them you will find surprising. So we'll cover some of those. I'll let you guys in on some of the inside information this season on the show. Okay. Had to Ken Arson had to sell it to. Yeah, man. I regret leaving Sony, man. The A7C was perfect, man. It was perfect. I miss it. I really do. I'm thinking about buying it back from the person I sold it to. Yeah, I know. Look, and Doc and the guys, shout out to the Ecamm Jedi Council. They were like, "Why you leave?" They didn't really get on me like they could have and probably should have about leaving Sony. But I just thought I knew. I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. I kind of grew. I don't want to say grew up on Canon, but I had the T3i, the T4i, those cameras. About 10 or so years ago. So I was like, yeah, I just want to come back to Canon. Nah, I regret it. I really do. It's not that bad though. As long as I keep this screen closed, it's not too bad. Andre, what is good? It's good to see the family here as well. Sharnice, yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Yes. All right. So just to jump back over to what we're going to be doing, the productivity hacks. Also, we're going to be doing some live overlays design as well, some logo designs. Y'all know I love that. Out of everything I do as a designer, branding and logo design is probably my favorite, the favorite thing that I do. All right. So we're going to be doing a bit of that. So we got a podcast, video podcast, or something like that, a show, a streaming show, um, let me know. We're gonna get some logos and overlays designed this year. All right. Okay. And also how to find time to record and you do content with life, with business, with family. It's hard, y'all, but it can be done. Okay, it can be done. All right. Um, so with that said, y'all, we're gonna open it up just a little bit before we get out of here, just to see what you guys want to learn, want to know about this season. And also just open it up for Q&A if you have any general questions that you want me to answer as well. But overall, I'm just excited about this season and just being down here in the sunlight, uh, giving y'all some of this energy, okay? And all in the name of Ecamm, right? Ecamm is just so dope, y'all. Like, wait till you see my videos coming out next week. 3-year Ecamm anniversary. I don't think we really, especially all of us Ecamm fam. I know I'm not even like the power user. I probably use maybe 20% of Ecamm's capabilities, and it's drastically changed my business and how I show up as a professional, as a designer, as a consultant, as a content creator. It just makes it so easy. Y'all, I haven't used a memory card. I couldn't tell you last time I used a memory card. You know what I'm saying? Recorded right in the Ecamm in 4K with my my picture settings adjusted when I've had to use a green screen. There's nothing out here like it, y'all. And it's super simple. And somebody like me, like I'm a proponent of, I'm an advocate for simplicity. Doc knows this. Sometimes he be speaking that nerd talk. I'm like, bruh, I don't care about that. Honestly, like it's going over here. I don't care about none of that. I keep it simple. I like it simple. I like my workflow simple. Just let me record and let me drop it in the Final Cut and cut it up. That's all I really care about and get it out. So Ecamm makes it super simple, y'all. Super simple. So let's see if we got any questions. Okay. Learn how to maximize my small space ideas on backgrounds. This is good. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Al. It's Al, right? Or AI Pete? Is it because I know AI is all the rage. It could be AI Pete or is it Al Pete? Let me know. Maximizing. Oh, this is a good topic. Small space. I'm writing it down because we can definitely cover that. Because that's gonna be good. I have some specific examples that I can share as well. And one of the members of my communities, um, his office is in his closet, literally in his closet. And it's a smaller closet, but I kind of helped him set it up a certain way where it doesn't necessarily look like it's his closet. So we could definitely talk about that. Um, Ideas on backgrounds, but the key, just the spoiler alert, is keeping it simple, keeping it as simple as possible, and not putting anything in the background that will distract your viewer. Also, I won't jump ahead, but having a certain lens that will blur your background out a bit as well, or using a green screen. But then you just want to have enough space between your back of you and the green screen where you're not getting that green glow around you. And I learned that from Doc because that's a giveaway that you're using the green screen. You don't want it to look like you're using the green screen as well. Um, you can steal one of my backgrounds. I forget the gentleman in the Ecamm fam that used my home office background. I thought that was hilarious and cool at the same time. So there are a lot of backgrounds that you could use. You can take a picture of it, blur it out. We can probably do that on one of the episodes. Show you how to do that. Take a photo, drop it into a program, and blur it out so it looks like it's like a blur background, and then use a green screen. So that'll be cool. EJ, any new features there? A ton of new features, EJ. A ton of new features. Definitely check out the 4.0 playlist on Ecamm's channel. But yeah, there are a ton of new features, namely like multi-streaming, where you're able to stream to multiple destinations using Ecamm. We have a new camera switcher as well. It's a lot of new stuff. Some changes with the user interface. Let's see. First step is just the tone, right? Admitting defeat, the whole word. Say it's challenging. I get this. Learn new things. Trust me, it's half the battle. Yep. Facts. Facts. Shout out to Doc and his infinite wisdom. Um, Nice. The community. Facts. That's facts right there. The community it can't be overstated, y'all. Community is unlike anything I've ever seen. It's just it's amazing, it's pure, it's wholesome, and it's helpful. It's something because I'm in it. This is 2023, y'all. We've been in these communities for a long time as far as Facebook groups and communities. We've been in dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of communities, and Ecamm ranks at the top, at the best, with the best of them, compared to so many others that we're in. At least in my experience, they tend to be toxic and people complain. I'm in one community in particular. I won't talk about it, but it's actually a service that I use, and I love the service. But the people in the community, they just complain and complain. I'm like, this is not tech support. This is not a place to complain. And a lot of times, how you move and how you operate, having a legitimate issue is one thing, but just to go in there to complain, it says more about you than it does about the service. You know what I'm saying? So, but Ecamm isn't like that, and I love that about it. I love that about it. And I think shout out to Katie, shout out to the twins, Ken and Glenn, shout out to Caleb, Doc, all of you guys. That's the reason, because they set the tone. They set the tone. They set the bar. And I think the community is an extension of Ecamm. Ecamm Live, Ecamm Network. It's an extension of Ecamm. So you can tell who's behind it just by the culture that's built in the community, right? Producing the podcast for remote talents, editing and post. Already have Ecamm subscription. Not sure how to mobilize all the features. Yes, definitely stay tapped into this channel, to the show, and take a look at the other videos that we have on the channel. And I know Doc does a weekly show, like Ecamm live training. You can hop on and ask questions right now. But there's so much that it can do. Like I said, I don't even use all the features, but the main features that I do use outside of streaming is recording. I love to record right into Ecamm, save my video, and then drop it into Final Cut or iMovie to edit it, and then I'm good to go. So amazing, all in focus on the kit lens. Yes, yep, you're right about that. But like I said, I use the easy as possible. You know what I'm saying? What's the easiest way to create the effect? Distract them with some blur. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the background. It's something back there. It's cool, but it's just a little blurry. You can't see it. Don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes, the Flow podcast is great as well. Doc and Katie host the Flow. That's a good one. Hey, first come use your Maryland office as your background in Florida. Look, I could do that, but I don't want to say I'm over that office. I'm just ready for something new, y'all. I'm ready for something new. But it was cool. I was there January, middle of January, filming something, and it was cool to be back there for a hot second. But yeah, I'm ready for something new, y'all. Cool. Yeah, do a demo. Yes, the community is fire. Culture. Cynthia, what is good? So many of the families here. I'm pumped up, y'all. Look, we can't make this the most viewed. Excuse me. Excuse me. We can't make this the most viewed episode. Let's keep this energy going on every episode where I'm actually talking about a specific topic. Okay, so I'm asking you guys to tune in weekly if you can, to learn something so you can level up your live streams. Okay, level up your streaming, level up your recording. Because it's 2023. Can you believe we got 2 months down already? We were just saying Happy New Year. Now we're in March. It's crazy. It seems like time is going faster and faster. So we just don't want to be left behind, right? And Ecamm, it allows us to stay at the forefront of this revolution, this video revolution online, where we can show up as authorities and subject matter experts, and just show up like a professional. Whether you just hop on a Zoom meeting and you want to use your virtual camera with your sauce and put your logo in the corner, maybe have a spinning animated logo in the corner. Just show up, y'all, as a professional. Whether you're doing a presentation on Zoom or course, it's just limitless. It's limitless. And that's not even like, I'm not versed in this, but if you're doing shows and remote shows, I know so many people who will use Ecamm as their main production software to, live stream a church service or actual, a sit down interview show or like a concert. So much that it can do. So much. I'm like a baby when it comes to the using all of his functionality. Yep. Cool. I appreciate it. I really do. I really do. Cool. Roosevelt, great to see you. Great to see you. Let's invite some to the show right now. Can you send links out to individual that don't have an Ecamm set up? Absolutely. Yes. So you have to have interview mode enabled. Okay. You have to have interview mode enabled. But in order to have interview mode enabled, you need to be a pro member. Okay. So once you have interview mode enabled, it's a toggle you toggle on. And I'll send them the link. I have my own link, and I can send them the link. It's like Ecamm. Let me see what mine is. Ecamm.com/something. Well, I'll turn interview mode off. Let me see options. Output. Window. Interview. Turn it on. Yeah, it's guest.ecamm live / and it's like a long string of like an alphanumeric string. Copy that link and I can drop it in a text message or invite, send it to them, and they can all use that link to join the show, whether they have Ecamm or not. So great question. Great question. Yep. Awesome. If you're not in the fam yet, welcome in advance, Roosevelt. Yes, I know you'll be joining us soon if you aren't already in the fam. So we're here. We're here as a resource to use us and level up, have your interviews, your shows. Video podcasts are becoming super popular, but they're not going anywhere, y'all. We're at the beginning of like probably 40, 50 year I don't want to call it a trend, but a revolution as it relates to information, video podcasts, and things of that nature. Because so many of us out here, we're not celebrities, but we have information. We have stuff that could be helpful um, to the next person. People that are coming up behind us, or like I like to call the freshman class. Right, a lot of us. If you've been sitting on that video podcast, I'm challenging you to go ahead and start it using Ecamm. I'm challenging you right now because a lot of us are sitting on information, myself included. But I have it all written down. I'm just got to get it out. Sitting on information, and imposter syndrome creeps up, and we think, oh, people already know this, but honestly, there are people that may not know it, and not only that, they need to hear it from you and your voice because somebody else could be talking about the same thing, but they're not you. They don't have your swag. They don't have your delivery. They may not look like you, so it may not be received in the way that it should be received, and by who it needs to be received. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm challenging you to go ahead and start that podcast to get that information out there, and you can use Ecamm to make it happen, whether it's pre-recorded or whether it's live. Right, I've done some live podcast episodes and I've done some pre-recorded podcast episodes. That's the beauty of Ecamm, is that you have the option to do either one. Okay. Awesome. It could even be from iPhone, Android, even Windows, but ill. I'll second and third that. Yes, you can even be on Android and Windows. Yeah, but if you're an Ecamm fan, you're on Mac, hopefully. I mean, you have to be on Mac to be an Ecamm fan. Haven't dove in 100%. You and me both, Roosevelt. I haven't either, so don't feel bad. But I use what I need to use. Okay, and there's just a lot more in the chamber. Yep. Cool. All right. Hello, USA live stream. Hello, and welcome. Moderator fight. Cool. Set up my Ecamm stream at 4K, but it wouldn't make a difference if my cam output is only 1080p. So check this out. If you set your live stream to 4K, well, one, I believe YouTube is the only service that we can stream to in 4K as of right now. Other places like Facebook or LinkedIn, they will downscale that footage. And LinkedIn actually is a bit more complicated because they only accept 720p or lower, I believe. You can't even stream at a higher resolution into LinkedIn. But if your camera is it maxes out at 1080p, you can still stream in 4K and it will be higher quality. It won't necessarily be upscale, but when you click that 4K button on YouTube, the viewer, it'll be a larger size. I guess it kind of is upscale when you think about it, but stuff won't necessarily be clear. But having the option to stream at 4K will be better than streaming it at 1080p. It'll have those pixels at a larger size. Will take up more space, if that makes sense. I'm sorry if I'm not saying the correct terminology. So I would still stream at 4K. Yeah. Oh, Facebook does take 4K. I didn't know that. You know what's crazy? I uploaded a 4K video to Facebook, actually the trailer for this show, and it looked like it was like 540p. So I don't know what happened there, but you know, makes sense. Rocking host, nice hair. Thanks, I appreciate it. The hair will likely change, y'all, over the next, over this season. The hair will likely change. I'll probably have a hat on most of the time. Um, but I don't necessarily know what I want to do with it yet. I would like to lock it up, but to be honest, I'm losing hair in my crown, so I don't want to have locks and then have George Jefferson bald in the middle of my head. So I'm trying to see what's going on with this balding situation first before I decide if I'm gonna get locks or not. But yeah, it's just getting older, y'all. 34. So yeah, it's part of it. But yeah, let me know if you guys got any more questions for me. I have one suggestion so far for something to talk about this season: maximizing a small space, how to set up a small space. That's cool. But let me know if you guys have any other ideas. Or if anything comes to you, just hit me on Instagram or something, or Facebook, probably Instagram. I check it probably once a day. So just let me know. We'll make it happen. I will when the time comes. I will when the time comes, Doc. Well, hopefully I got some Rogaine, but I just haven't been consistent with it. I haven't been consistent. I'm supposed to use it daily, like once in the morning, once in the evening. But I haven't been consistent with it. I haven't. So a GIF emoji. So you can use GIFs. You just gotta download them from Google or whatever GIF website or service that you use. You can just save it to your computer and then you can add it in. Like you add in any other photo overlays into Ecamm. Richard, what is good? Yeah. Maybe it was the move, the stress of the move and everything. Coming down here. Losing some hair. But it's not that bad. I guess now that my hair is a little longer, you can't really tell. But my wife was the first one to notice. And then I could tell when I wash my hair in the shower, like it just comes out. Not in clumps, but it's a lot. It's life. One day you're gonna be looking at Facebook like Marshall Create season 13. Like remember when I had hair, y'all? I had the waves and I had the bush. Like, oh yeah, you did have hair. Cool. All right, because use it in Hayward. Uh oh. Okay. Shout out to Rogaine. I wasn't expecting to talk about Rogaine during this stream, but y'all know I'm crazy transparent, so I'm just keeping it real. Hair talk with Marsh would have to be an episode. Rogaine. Well, it's not actual Rogaine. It's minoxidil, so it's like Kirkman's, I believe, but it's the same thing. Feedback archive of videos for troubleshooting is very incredible. On the other hand, a little hard to sift through so much content troubleshooting. That is true, but there is a couple of resources. There is one particular website. I don't know if a moderator or someone can drop it, but I know Diana did a series of videos. So it's like a couple different categories on this website. I remember it's like blue. I don't know the specific website, but I send it to folks from time to time. But this is it's more structured in terms of A to Z, right? Video Hub. Is that it? I think this is my karma because I've done enough talking about LeBron's hair over the years. I think this is karma. Yeah. Oh, my light just went out. Now it's blinking. I guess it's saying it's time to shut it off. What is good? Well, Keitra, what is good? Okay. Cool. Look, let me turn this light off. Here it is. See it, you see it going on and off? Saying it's too bright. Here it is. Talk about as good as I live in Hawaii. Well, cool, y'all. If you don't have any other questions or Ecamm user guide, boom. Learn.ecamm.com. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're gonna go ahead and head out. If you don't have any other questions, I will see you guys next week at 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. All right, and be on the lookout for a 3-year Ecamm anniversary video. All right, Version 5 may give you hair. You never know. You never know. All right, guys. Hope you have a phenomenal rest of your week, and I will see you guys next week. And make sure you hit that like button before you leave. All right, hit that like button if you haven't subscribed. What you waiting for? All right, and make sure you subscribe to Ecamm too if you haven't. All right.